This is the after image, and if we deselect this, that's the before, that's the after, before, after. Let's zoom in a little. After, before, after, before. As you can see, there's dust speckles all over this product, and this plugin is making my life much more simple by retouching all these dust speckles out in one click. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the new plugin from Retouch For Me. Now, this is a new release and it is the dust removal plugin. And this is obviously a picture of one of my cameras. This is the Sony ZV-E10. Like a lot of these black products, they are absolute dust magnets. So when you come to retouching your images, be it a thumbnail for one of your YouTube videos or a product photo for a client, it's going to take you a little while to retouch the dust from your images. Now, Retouch For Me have come up with a new plugin, just cuts down a little bit of time for that dust removal. So I'm going to jump into this and show you how this plugin works, and I'm sure it's going to save you a whole load of time, and I think you're going to need it in your workflow. Let's delete this layer that I've retouched already. So let's just drag that into the trash. So this is the original image, and as you can see, there are, let's just zoom in a bit, various dust speckles all over the product. And although I've gone ahead and I've used compressed air to sort of clean this product, it's not removed everything. And just to go in and use the clone stamp just to remove these dust speckles takes a little while, because there's actually a lot in there. So this plugin is going to save you a little bit of time, and I'm going to show you how you use it. So let's just revert to our original file, and what we need to do is copy our original layer. So this is the layer without any adjustments. So we'll go Command J, and that copies our layer. So we can now work on that, and we have a retained version of that underneath. And now what we need to do is, after you've installed the Retouch For Me plugin, the dust removal plugin, go up to Filter in Photoshop, and you can come down to your Retouch For Me plugin selection and then go to Retouch For Me Dust. And you have three options there. I don't know whether you saw that when it was analyzing the image. So you have coarse dirt, you have medium dirt, and you have fine dirt. And initially it renders on the fine dirt. So I think it actually does a pretty good job. So let's just click on original. So that's without, that's with, without, with. So if you're happy with what it's achieved, just through that one click, click apply, and you'll see that it's eliminated the majority of the dust in that image. Now, looking at this picture, just turn that layer on and off. It'll show us what it's done. There are a few things that need adjusting. So easiest way to do that is I'm going to go over to the eraser tool. So let's have a look at our layer. So we have a little bit of shine on, or highlight on, that zoom dial that I want to retain. Also on the Sony logo, it's retouched out a little bit on that Y, and I don't need that. And then on this strap tether, for some reason it's modified that. So we want to just clean that up and eliminate where that is retouching automatically. So using the eraser tool, what we can do is, if we toggle that layer on and off, we can see what it's doing. And because that layer is separate from the original image underneath, we can just literally go, put it back on. We can erase that. We can erase that, and we can put that highlight back in. And I think there's a bit over there, and on that highlight too. Oh, and there's a little bit over here. Well, that for me is literally a perfect image. So let's zoom in, have a little look. So it has eliminated all that dust that was initially there. That's the original image, and that is the modified image. For me, this is an essential plugin that you will need if you're a product photographer, or if you're creating thumbnails for your YouTube videos, and you're using cameras that are, the majority of the cameras are black bodied, and dust is very difficult to remove or completely remove from a lot of these images. So this is really going to help you out. So this was our first look at the dust removal plugin from Retouch For Me. If you found this video interesting, if you found it helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing and ring that bell if you'd like to be notified of future videos. I will have a discount code somewhere in the description below, so check that out. And I hope to see you in the next video. Ciao for now.